guys, it's time to get it going. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. The give to the back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games.
Oh, he dropped it! Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
I love those smashes where you can hear it up here, Reese. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold on to the football. Huge momentum swing. Big turnover forced by the defense.
Short fields make successful offenses. Just what they want here. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he throws hands with that strong, stiff arm, but still not a lot of running room there. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint, and the ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like Reese was talking about with the footprint. But how about in the past, too? When your undefeated league champion gets left out of the playoff for an SEC team, a little more fuel for the fire.
Fires toward the target. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. And the fumble on that last drive could have been much worse, David.
They bailed him out. They held him to a field goal, so that's the good news. Now this offense has to get it going. Forget about the fumble, Jesse. Move on. Be positive.
And they're upset with themselves, too. They're an offense that pride themselves on ball security. Let's see what they do right here.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. On the option. He'll pitch it. Bulldozes his way through. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They've just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Now the pitch. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, But down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, it's Abraham. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. It's complete to the left. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
And the Tar Heels are on the move. He'll ride his man on the option. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed. He's not the biggest guy in the world, so he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. So you really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Caught near the sticks. It's Wilkins. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.
Hard work pays off, guys. These offenses work so hard week in, week out, working on those critical down and distances, 3rd downs. And having that conversion this early in the game, that's got to feel good for this offense.
The Tar Heels will snap it on 1st and 10. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
The best red zone offenses are the ones who can run the ball in this area, but that's a tough ask today, especially against this unit. One of the best 5 defenses in the nation stopping the run. This is a really big moment in this game.
They'll run the option. He'll be stopped short, picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. They'll try it on the ground. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
4th and 1, turn around, hand it off to your bell cow running back, and let him go move the sticks. Great job.
And the Tar Heels trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Trying to pound it in. They'll knock him down behind the line, and that's how we'll end this quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. Texas A&M 3, North Carolina 0.
They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, North Carolina!
North Carolina.
You know what? Methuselah lived 969 years. He was born and died in the amount of time it took them to walk it down the field and score that touchdown.
And that's just so frustrating. Play after play after play. You line up, you try to do your assignment, and you fail, and they cap it off with a touchdown. Oh, Methuselah.
Texas A&M 3.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Forced out of the pocket. He's looking on the right side. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And that one's going to get Reveille howling a happy tune.
Reveille, the 12th man, all the swaying, the traditions when you go to an A&M game. These fans love their team, and they love playmakers that make big plays down the field.
Looking to move it through the air. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers.
Yeah, and a lot of offenses, when they get their free safety matched up man-to-man, they're going to take shots because they believe their guy can win. Really nice man-to-man coverage and a nice job making a play on the ball at the end that results in an incompletion.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. The sudden change on the turnover, and man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22.
Well, the quarterback on that one put a lot of air under the ball. The problem is it gave the defender time to get his head around and locate it. And because of that, he was able to come away with the interception.
The option look. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass, it's Abraham. Makes the grab on the left. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. He wants to throw. And the pressure was in his grill in an eyelash. Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. Wants to throw on 2nd down. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Tar Heels will call on their punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Probably not quite as good as he hoped as it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback.
Lost one deep down the right side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. I won't surprise me.
Oh, he's going backwards, in trouble, and down he goes. A tremendous loss.
Defensively, you got them backed up. There's two options that they're going to do. They're going to run the football and be conservative, or they're going to try to take shots down the field. They tried to take a shot. Defense was ready. Nice pass rush. Way to get to the QB and get after that sucker.
He's got it. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. He's going to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. It's complete. A huge pickup. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Here's the handoff. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll run the option. Now the toss. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch? And the Tar Heels come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Setting up the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Gets it out quickly. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
And listen, I'm going to move this guy. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him. Put him in the slot. Put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
This is not leather helmet era football. This is analytics. Around midfield, 4-down territory. Running for it on 4th down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And he was fighting with everything he had, Jesse, trying to reach whatever he could, scratch, crawl, fight for that little bit of yardage he needed to get the first down, but it didn't look like he was going to get there anyway.
No, ball security, it still has to be at a premium, though, David. 5 points of pressure, right? Fingertips, palms, forearms, biceps, and chest. Moving forward in this game, got to do a better job because this defense, they're going to be trying to rip the ball free.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 2nd down, looking to throw. Makes the grab. It's Applewhite. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He's going to take off. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
You know, Reese, it is a great play, and I think they were in nickel, so they brought an extra guy on the field that has some speed, take a linebacker that's a little bit slower off the field, and you could see it paid dividends on that 3rd down.
This punter is such a weapon, and because he's able to get that ball down deep in his opponent's territory, that really helps out the defense. You're now forcing the opponent to drive the field to score points.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. To throw, it's Abraham. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. He holds it in, and nobody's close. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down.
Good pass protection isn't just offensive line, right? Running backs also have to be able to pick up the blitz. That running back did an outstanding job. That allowed his quarterback to just buy a little bit more time before making that throw.
Wants to throw on 1st down. He unleashes a long one. And he makes the catch at the 25.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. They'll throw it on 1st down. Using his feet to buy time. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half.
Well, you just sort of felt like this defense had to do something to get this quarterback out of a rhythm, right? He's been picking them apart all drive long, and finally they come up with a sack.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He wants to throw it. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Now with just a few seconds left, not enough time to run another play, but there is time to kick a field goal and take the lead. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. Now with just a few seconds left, not enough time to run another play, but there is time to kick a field goal and take the lead. No good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Looking to go up top on first down. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Tar Heels will boot it away to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with him.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
From the gun on third down. He wants to take the top off. And the pass is intercepted. Taking it the other way. He's at the 40. At the 20. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Tar Heels. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they're up 14 to 10. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. West Virginia is just getting torched right now, and Mountain Mama, I didn't see that coming. It's one game, look, I know that, but this one has to hurt. They're trailing by 21 to Virginia. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They're going to throw it to start the drive. He'll let one go down the right side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. This offense capable of exploding at any moment. Now they're set up inside the 30 with a 1st and 10. The give to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot. But that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Pickup of 1. It's down at the 11. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. Got his man quickly. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Using his legs to buy some time. Touchdown, Aggie! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, Dave. Going to take a shot. And he's got it inside the 35. Touchdown, UNC! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The offense lining up for a first down play. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. They'll throw it on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can...
All kinds of room to the right. Past the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Aggies. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already start.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Fires the pass. Intercepted. Trying to take it back. Lowers those pads. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
He's looking to throw it. He'll heave it deep. Makes a connection. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. Inside the 15, first and 10 from the 14. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On second down, wants to throw it. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. He'll try the left side. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. Smashes it between the uprights. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get loaded up.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
I think the toss does a really good job of getting the football on the edge quickly. You know, you toss it out there to the running back. You better block the defensive end. That's priority number 1. Good job blocking the defensive end. Get a nice positive game when he touches it.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. He's got the back in the middle. At the 45 on his way. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
He makes the connection. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping. Put it out in front of me. I'm getting this first down.
He uncorks one deep. Sprinting all the way. He'll take it to the house, but there is a flag on the field. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And the final 34 yards covered by that touchdown pass. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. This offense is feeling itself right now, and momentum's coming along with them. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28.
It's a nice gain, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. He picks up maybe a couple before he stops right at the 30-yard line. The Aggies will hustle to the line. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the 3rd quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Quickly complete. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. Texas A&M ready to go with another first down. Looking to move it through the air. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
And I'm kind of surprised by this performance, man. The QB last week, you could tell, dude, he was in rhythm. He was good timing. You could tell the chemistry with receivers were good. And today, everything just looks off. And it looks hard. It looks difficult. They got to find a way to get back in the rhythm they were in last week.
And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
3:25.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. They're working that left side. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, North Carolina 28, Texas A&M 27.
Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They go to the ground. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
Dropping back, it's Abraham. Fires to the big fella. Gets away from one, he's got space. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
On the option. He'll toss it. At the 35, he's open. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6.
You see, this is what great defenses do. Great defenses swarm to the football. So when you do miss a tackle, it's not the end of the world. There's another guy right there to wrap him up. Great defenses seem like they got 12 guys on the field. Nice job swarming to the football, engulfing the running back.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Working that left side now. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28, and it's third and long. And the completion to the sideline, a solid pickup, but not enough for the first down.
This is one of those unique situations in a game as a head coach. You're trying to feel the momentum, and what's your confidence in your quarterback? Because you've got fourth, you're in field goal range, but you've got the weapons to get one more completion and ice this thing. So do you kick the field goal, or do you go for it?
Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on fourth down. got it past the marker. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
That was such a risky call. With the lead late in the game, to go for it on fourth down, that could have been disaster if they don't get it. But with the conversion, now the question, is that enough to ice this thing and win the game?
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
The back goes in motion. Looking downfield, it's Abraham. It's complete to the left. Touchdown, North Carolina! And they take it in for 6 more points. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire. You might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. David, the punter, got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the side. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And I understand the logic by the offense here. Obviously, you're down in this game. You're trying to claw back into it. Why not take a shot? Why not be aggressive in that time? They just can't come up with a completion.
Line getting set on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Brings it down on the right side. He's off to the races. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Aggie!
Yeah, I tell you what, great job by this offense. Great execution. You drive down the field, you get the score. Now what's your two-point play? You practiced it all week. What's your go-to in this moment, late in the fourth quarter, when you need the two-point conversion?
He's looking to throw. He's got it. The two-point try is good, and we are tied here in the fourth. Coming down the stretch in the fourth, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. He leaves it with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. And the linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game. Offense gets set for second down. To the air. It's Abraham coming after him. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. It's caught. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. That was a really well-run route on the curl to pick up the first down.
Yeah, and it's a nice job, too, by the receiver, getting his depth and then finding space in between the defenders, giving his quarterback a nice target.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
I tell you what, coaches want you to do your best work late in the ball game. He did his best work. Great job taking off. Biggest run of the day after grinding this game out, makes it explosive. Now trying to put this game in a good situation.
Trying to find his man on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Wilkins. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run.
Love the route there by the tight end in man-to-man coverage. He's able to separate from the defender, and then once he has the ball, he's able to rip through the tackle and go get more yards.
And the Tar Heels with the 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Oh, look out, the ball's free. And the offense will maintain possession. Son, that ball must be riveted to your ribcage. 2nd down after the offense recovered its own fumble. Looking for a man. It's Abraham. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
What a great job by the quarterback working through his progressions here. In a 2-minute situation, he doesn't force it down the field if it's not open. Check it down to your back, let him go to work, and he comes up with a huge play.
It would be nice to pick up a few yards on 3rd down because from here, it's a 57-yard attempt. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going to go for it on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Fires to the middle. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
He'll pull it down and run. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down.
Man, these are killers, right? Late in the game, in the 4th quarter, you're getting to the quarterback, but he does such a great job scrambling around. When you do this, you get extra first downs. You start to wear those defensive linemen out, so late in the game, this could pay off. Great job getting the first down.
From the gun, running back on the move. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Timeout called by the offense. A mere 10 seconds to go in the game. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. He'll loft one deep down the left side. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the 4th quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football, and they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best, and that's
a shot toward the end zone. Incomplete, the final play of regulation, and now we head to overtime. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. The give to the tailback. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M. score first here in overtime. The all-important extra point would push this lead to 7. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Comes out throwing on first down. And boy, was that pressure in his face immediately. Down he goes.
We've seen this defensive end make a lot of plays. In the run game, he's setting the edge. He's forcing the football to go back inside, but he's not a one-trick pony. He can also get out of his stance, use his hands, and use his speed to beat offensive tackles and get to the QB.
Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Here comes the option. Touchdown, Tar Heels! They got it in the end zone. Now a decision to make with a point after.
First off, really impressed by how physical this guy is still running the ball this late in the game. But now it's decision time. You want to play it safe, kick the extra point, or are you feeling aggressive to go for 2 points?
And I think this is all about how you feel about your defense and how you feel about this game extending. Do I have a chance? Do I have better players? Am I more fatigued? Like, all this has to come into account because you got a chance right now with one play to win this football game.
Now first down here in the second overtime. Running back goes in motion. He'll start this drive firing. Caught over the middle. It's Wilkins. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
Now on the option. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right, and having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
Brought down at the 7 after picking up 3. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12. This, the biggest play of the game so far. Going for it on 4th down in overtime. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. You need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They are a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. On the option. Touchdown, UNC! Got it into take the lead here in the second OT.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
They got the touchdown. Now in the second overtime, you have to go for 2. The snap sets up the throw. Can't do it better than that. The 2-point conversion is good, and the lead is 8.
And makes the score, North Carolina 50, Texas A&M 42.
They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Catch in the middle, it's Rucci. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
This offense has a second down play. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. Didn't get much, picked up a yard, and that will leave them with 4th and 2.
Coming up.
Fourth down, and here's the ball game right here.
Go! Go! Pilot!
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
You can tell this is a pass play. He has his eyes down the field. He's looking to throw the football. But how nice is it when you got a guy like this that can scramble and go get you a 1st down? Just really hard to stop from a defensive perspective.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Aggies. They got one score they needed. Now they need the deuce to send us to triple OT. They've got to get it in on the 2-point try to force a 3rd overtime. They'll go to the air. He's got it for the 2, and we're all tied up. And now it's all 2-point conversion attempts from here on out. Looking to throw. Tremendous execution to get the 2, and now they turn up the heat.
North Carolina 50.
So now they'll need to answer to keep this game alive. Out of the gun, looking to throw. He's got it in the end zone. 2-point conversion is good, and we've got a tie game.
And the game is still tied.
So here we go again, and we'll see just how deep that 2-point conversion bag really is. pushes ahead. They got it done. A great play call to give them the lead by 2.
And makes the score. North Carolina 54, Texas A&M 52.
Now they'll have to respond with a 2 of their own. He'll set up to throw. They are denied. The 2-point try is stopped. And a game-winning play by this defense in overtime. I know how to sum up this game succinctly. That was fun, and what a victory to remember.
Fun for them, fun for us, just the back and forth, games that are so nip and tuck, and you know every play matters so much. These are the games that we love to call.
Yeah, every play matters, David, and that's why coaching staffs practice overtime scenarios and situations throughout the week. It's important to drill these types of scenarios. You never know what games are going to go to OT, and when they do, you love to be able to go out and execute with the game on the line.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.